On a surfboard emergency, ain't worried they ain't notice me. Gotta get paid. Go long till I'm 6 feet. I'm coming full on repeat. Right away. Coming surfboard emergency, ain't worried they ain't notice me. Gotta get paid. Go long till I'm 6 feet. I'm coming full on repeat. Strong, full on repeat, gotta count up and I pin down. Picture go about 100 miles. That road can't miss now. Standing tall, ready always on go, taking me to pin town. PO said slow down, so I cover wave and I skip town. 16 was on underage, there's 12 jurors in a mistrial. They seen I was underpaid, said you wide no 10 times. I need like a man, even if your eyes don't bear to me. Touchdown like I had a 6 with a shimmy, nigga, that's a pump food. Don't be worried about what straw do. Use you and I'm a do I. So the boy got a paint job with a good coat and some fall guy. The girlfriend needed took a beat out of fresh meat, no big fire. Kimmy went and Beyonce put a ring on it in the lunch line. Head coach and I'm on the court. Referee don't shoot three. Put sweat in it 2 degrees. So my water I can barely breathe. Kelly Slater with the board flip. Push it up when the chords hit. Violins in a bell tip. Open up, let me splash it. On a surfboard emergency, I ain't worried they ain't notice me. Gotta get paid. Go long till I'm 6 feet. I'm pocket full on repeat. Alright, on a surfboard emergency, I ain't worried they ain't notice me. Gotta get paid. Go long till I'm 6 feet. I'm pocket full on repeat. Second round of the fight, something ain't right. I gotta do my work. You walking through the air, no night flight. That's what the people say. Got one life to live, and I put 15 on all the hit the ground. One that rabbit past the Usain Bolt. So like 2 finger signs so far out, can't be taught. 9 inch crunch time and send it home like a walk-off. AMG on steroid, that's a flex monster with a nightmare. Coming full force, no one, just know I don't fight fair. Good flight, no flight fair. Hot rounds, I'm a hot girl. Put the mic in the head, lock into the tap, 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 tap there. Short SCPR, what the hell ain't hitting me for? Took him to the water, let him up. Time for you a lifeguard. I'm an old damn lifeguard. Been there with a wish shark. Might show me once hard. Get skatebooks and I count cards. Play my hand for the W. Time told me about who is who. Baby on this, who is who. I'm on the surfboard. I'm coming through. Stroud.
Welcome. This is your boy, Mr. Know-It-All, and I'm here with the lovely Miss Bella, ready to get this show started. Talk to me.
Well, hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday to you. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to Marcus Honeysucker on YouTube, Mr. Know-It-All on Facebook. If you care to send him some love, there is the information beginning to scroll across the bottom of the screen. But another thing, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It doesn't cost a thing. Just do your thing for us. Hey, getting started on this subject tonight. You know, in lieu of Father's Day, we're coming out of the celebration of these great men, or even the men that are just fathers. However it may be, we want to talk about it, whether you think he's good or not. So why are dads so important? Why men are not becoming the full potential?
Did you say if he's good or not?
Right. You feel like he's good or not? We're here to talk about it. We want to know why are dads so important and why men are not becoming their full potential, right? So, from my point of view, we're talking about dads. I think that dads are very important because the children respect the men more than the mom a lot of times. Like, say, for instance, you know, my son came up in a single parent home, but his dad was in his life, So, whatever it may be, if I contact his dad for a reason to discipline, he handled that better, or he did right what his dad said, regardless whether he was there in the household or not. So directing them into a direction, providing security for these children on the right path, or even from their life experiences. I think dads are important for those reasons for the children. It helps direct paths, even for girls. Because I feel like if dads are in their lives, are active, women would make better decisions on the men that we choose or who we choose to be with. So I think dads are important. So a lot of times why men are not becoming their full potential is because the woman won't allow him to. You call him over there, come and discipline this child because I can't handle, because JoJo act up even when I tell him no. But when dad get on his butt, you be like, hold up, don't hit my child like that. Or then you use the child as pawn about getting back at the man, won't let him see the child, won't let the child spend time with them, things like that. So a lot of times the men don't become part of their full potential is because the female doesn't allow him to be that part in that child's life. Because we have so much control when it comes to the children. Because if you're not in the man's life and he's the dad, we have a say so if we want you to spend time with that child or not, whether it's supposed to be or not. We have that total control. So that's my 2 cents. Well, that was 25.
That's a
That was 50 cents.
that's a great 2 cents.
That was
That was a
55
great
cents. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you were speaking facts. Only thing I probably could say in that is we don't realize sometimes how great our daddies and stuff are until they're gone, till they're not here anymore, and you realize the stuff they instilled in you and other stuff, the little stuff, how to clean your room, how to, maybe mama might have taught you how to brush your teeth, but how not to be lazy, how to, pick up your stuff and clean your room, some get up and go. I think daddies is the one that don't tell their children 15 times to do something. Mama be like, stop, 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 stop. And daddy gonna say stop. Oh. He gonna get up and he gonna go grab something. And by the time he come in there, everything gonna be quiet. You know what I'm saying? They gonna know as soon as he show up with a belt or whatever, they just gonna be quiet. And I think that's certain things that certain moms learn from men too. That I think a lot of people don't realize a lot of stuff until till it's too late.
Till it get out of hand.
Yeah, or the man dead and gone. Good evening, Kimberly Balaj.
What's up? Shout out to Miss Kimberly Belial with t-shirts, pillowcase, etc. You can give her a call. There's a number there, 769-770-1225. And she's still taking Juneteenth t-shirt orders for tomorrow. It's Juneteenth. It's a nice little federal holiday. But shout out to Kim. She made our t-shirts tonight. I'm feeling kind of blacknificent over here. And Mr. Know-It-All is there rocking his Juneteenth. These shirts are provided by Miss Kimberly Belial with Voluptuosity t-shirts and apparel. Shout out to Kim.
Yep, she
She
said
said
she wants
stand
you to
up so she can see the shirt. Okay, let me stand up. Can't want to see the shirt. I'm feeling magnificent today. Okay. Mr. Know-It-All said he don't take orders, so he's not standing up.
No. I it's not that I don't take orders. We talking about how important men are today, and I did raise my chest up so it could be seen. Why are you looking like that? Everybody else can see you, right?
I'm looking like really. Well, thank you, Kim, for these lovely T-shirts today. We appreciate you.
That part. Um,
Now the commercial's over. Carry on.
Zep. Okay. So, why do you think men ain't becoming their full potential? I have to ask you this question first because it needs
Why?
to
Because
be
I just
asked.
answered it. I answered it, remember? I did both. I did why are dads so important, and then I did why are men not becoming their full potential. That means you were not listening to me. Oh,
See,
and
this
again,
one,
shout out to Miss Wendy Friday with Shundazzle earrings. Thank you, Miss Wendy, for these earrings. Match my Blacknificent shirt.
yeah. So dads are so important, and sometimes we don't realize, how important men and dads are at the same time. Um, um, let me take over for a split second. Let me quiet this damn dog down.
Oh Lord, he's going to be no, I hope not. But hey, he was elaborating why our dad's so important. So we need to hear Mr. Norlaw perspective of why. I want to hear from a man's view because a lot of times guys are in their children's lives, but not in their children's lives, Like kids get so excited when dads show up for their prom, like, oh, he came, You got to realize those things are important to children when you be involved in their lives. So carry on. You were elaborating on why dads are so important.
Yeah, I think dads are so important because I think dads are very underestimated in a way. I think until you realize how many things that dads actually do, um, you really can't appreciate a dad. Teaching a child how to change the oil, mow the yard, um, how to be a protector, how to watch his surroundings. It's so many things that men and boys need to know that it's just, um, just looking over when I look and I look at my men, just like my boy Eric on here and Dwayne, sometimes we even slip up sometimes and we forget sometimes that we got to be leaders, we got to carry ourselves, you know what I'm saying, a little bit more, than other people. Sometimes you have to sit back and say, man, you know, I'm messing up. I need to do this more. I need to do that more. And I think sometimes we catch ourselves not doing exactly what we think we sometimes just little stuff like that can cause us to kind of step out of line a little bit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I think hold on a second. Oh, I be trying to do too much. Ah, yeah. And I think sometimes we catch ourselves doing too much sometimes. There it is. I think. Didn't go blurry and then did nah. Make sure I ain't messing up. Doing stuff in the middle of the show.
In the middle of conversation.
Yes. You had to look around and say ain't nothing messed up yet. I ain't
Mm-hmm.
blurry nothing. Okay. Read some
Mm-hmm.
of these comments so I can talk. I can talk that talk, walk that walk. Come on with it.
Okay. Hey, Kurt Coleman. Eric said they don't reach it because of the parent, both male and female. A male has to be in another mate's life in order to learn the value and how to take care of needful things. The female covers and protects too much and suffice in places of the male. Her masculinity, her so-called independence, cause a wedge, which causes damage to the child, which in overall, you must likely end up with a young man that is not going to be excelled blockage. And there may be something else. I can't see it. Would you check that for me?
I'm checking
But
now.
Eric, I agree with you. A lot of times, hurt make us as females sometimes be overbearing in being how they say the mama and the daddy according to them, but you'll never be able to be the mommy and the daddy. But they feel like we want to take the daddy's place from when they are not there or how we want them to be. And a lot of times it shouldn't be how we want them to be. It should be the role however the dad plays. And you should take that into perspective and move with it.
Well, I hate that whole phrase being the mama and the daddy because I've never heard it the other way around. No man want to be the daddy and the mommy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, I have heard it. I've heard it because there have been a plethora of single dads raising children, both girls and boys. I've experienced that more like now in life than I have coming up. So there
right,
are a lot of men that are raising their children on their own.
yeah. And you used to think, just because maybe a woman on drugs or this and that, but sometimes
No, they don't have
not
nothing to
like
do with
that.
drugs.
Right? Sometimes they just don't want to be
I want to
want
be
to settle
mommy.
down and don't want to be mamas and
We
don't want to, but because a child is a lot of responsibility, and I think when men get that responsibility where they know they have to raise this child every day, and what you put in this child gonna come out some kind of way. Sometimes that kind of does something to you, you
But
know.
no, I wouldn't say that a child is so much responsibility. I think um it's more so about you changing your life. Like you used to roll like you want to roll, get up and go without making sure this is here or there. You just roll and do what you do and come back whenever you want. Now it's just like when you get a pet. If you got a little dog, you train, you left in your house, you got to come back home sometime, make sure this dog is fed, it didn't poop everywhere. Just like a child, you just can't get up and leave the kid at home. The baby have to be with you everywhere you go. So anything you interact with, you're gonna have to take this child and let them be a part. So that means you have to make sound decisions on where you're going and what you're doing. You can't go and I've seen a person take a child in a liquor store. I didn't know you could do that, but I saw it happen. But yeah, the child. So hey,
What did you think when you saw it?
I was like, wow, he probably need to go ahead and get his drink, but he took the child in the liquor store. Wow. I just didn't know. I thought maybe that, that the child had to be with him, but he needed to go there and get his stuff. So okay.
Yeah, well,
He leaves the kid in the
I
car.
think this: if you had left him in the car and something had happened to him, what's the
Right. He
thing
didn't leave me in the car. So that was a plus. I didn't trip.
like that? Go
I
ahead.
just didn't know. I didn't know they would let them. But Dwayne said because young men are being raised by women and they become emotional and don't learn how to control them, how to control their emotions.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
I
And he
agree.
said, and some boys are pampered so much that they don't realize consequences until they mess up.
Right. And that consequence can be sometimes women can get away with so much stuff, they forget this, and then they the only one instilling some of this stuff into the boy. And then he get to thinking he can get away with the same stuff mama get away with, but life gonna treat a man very different than a woman.
Different.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
just like if a woman hollered at another man, he gonna treat her way different than if her son was to raise his voice at him. Then it becomes ultra aggressive and it could lead up to a fight or death. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't realize how quick two men arguing can lead up to death. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why, they always say cooler head prevails. Like, you always got to come, men to men got to come very respectfully on both sides, because you never know who might get ticked off so bad. I seen an argument, you know what I'm saying, the other day, and then the first thing one dude said, the other dude was getting aggressive, but then he running trying to get a gun. And I'm like, dude, how you gonna sit up there and say this man getting aggressive and the first thing you do is trying to go get a gun? Like, you don't know the codes of the street. Like, it's just like this here. We got too many men playing like gangsters and know they not gangsters. And then they get out here and they don't want to fight. The whole reason they start and stuff because they got a gun on them or something, a weapon. And they really don't even want to fight a real man. They just want to start an argument so they can pull out their gun and beat their chest and say, look at me now. I'm tough. You know what I'm saying? And people don't realize, like, it takes years of training, and that's what boys ain't like. I was trained to deal with a gun when I was 7, 8 years old. My daddy took me hunting and taught me what not to do and what to do. Always point your gun down on the ground. Never point your gun at nobody. It's so many safety procedures. See, most gun procedures about safety. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these kids, they get out here and they just think a gun is for the threat people and for the be bad and for the and let me tell you something. Sometimes toting a gun can get you killed quicker than not having a gun. So a lot of people sometimes don't even need a gun because they ain't got the mentality to deal with a gun. And that's why you have to be trained a lot to really know how to handle yourself and how to deal with, oncoming. That's why I always preach, don't never put your hands on people and stuff like that, because you never know what anybody have, and you really got to remember to keep your hands to yourself at all times.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead with.
Our boys have to grow up fast because sometimes the man isn't in the house, so he doesn't have a chance to be a boy. As they say, you're the man of the house.
Go ahead.
And that's the thing. You place a lot of little boys, the man of the house. Men never say I'm the mom and the dad. We just take care of our kids. Look at how many women said Happy Father Day to other women. We don't do that.
Right. On
Mother's
Mother's
Day.
Day.
No, I don't.
Right.
I don't see it on Mother's Day. I don't.
I'm telling you, you don't see dudes doing that, and the disrespect sometimes, and I think that's another thing. The reason why a lot of dudes are not what it is sometimes is we want to call everybody a father, but all these babies that wasn't playing, and some oops babies, some one night stand babies, some this is my friend guy baby, this is we got drunk and was hanging out, and oops babies. See, it's a lot of babies wasn't planned, it wasn't thought about of being like that. And we got to look at that part too. A lot of people want a lot of ladies sometimes want to say, "Oh, I see you made these mistakes because you wasn't looking for a husband, a boyfriend, you were looking for a good time. You got a good time and you got a baby, and now you want to take the baby and just keep it on the good time. That good time, dude, is probably wasn't even built to take care of baby. He was built for a good time. That's why you should have wore rubber, took a Plan B pill or Plan C pill or something, because you know, a lot of people, you know, having fun, they don't realize how dangerous and how you can have a child by somebody that you don't even like. You know what I'm saying? Never liked. People are having sex with people that they don't even know their name. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, shit, and that's what I'm saying. Like I know, you know, just coming up, I know people done did it. You know, had sex with people that they didn't even know their name, and just knew their nickname.
Oh
And
wow.
so I'm just, you know,
I
just
understand.
keeping it real. I mean, you know, I remember being out in the streets and people just having fun. People, you know, going to the club, you meet and you get seduced, or you know, you drunk and shit. Man look good to you, woman look good to him, and y'all go do some stuff, and y'all get caught in a situation where you know, uh, you know, it wasn't like men didn't tote the type of packages they you know take it tote now. You know, men might run around with, you know, a box of 36 condoms or whatever. Back then, the most box you used to see was 3 packs, and sometimes dude buy one at the store or something. They used to sell them for $1 at the store and stuff like that. Or you get one from your partner or something. Most men was traveling around with one rubber, and once that rubber was gone and the woman was still horny, he still horny, and then they just try some, and then all of a sudden it's a oops. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying a lot of people didn't plan what they was doing, and when you don't plan something out, it's just like putting a puzzle together. You know, a shelf with uh, 100 pieces, and you don't have instructions.
Right.
And that's how you running into some of these things with no instructions. Big Dog say, alcohol, baby. That alcohol, boy, that alcohol, something there. Shoot, that alcohol made a lot of people look better. And and all of a sudden you do something, wake up the next morning, oh Lord, let me get up out of here. See, that's why a lot of women don't know their baby daddy because they snuck out the room.
You know,
Hey,
right?
look, the room wasn't in his name, no way. You know, back then you could go to a $12 room or what's my room. You ain't even no idea. All you needed was your $12 or your $20 or whatever, and give them that. They ain't care nothing about no ID. Think about it. Most hustlers didn't even keep ID on them when they went to rooms and stuff like that. They sometimes they know the people at the room. They done bought so many rooms. They're just cool. They know the dude and stuff like that. And you know, Star Motel and everything. And had a lot of babies up in that thing. I mean, people don't understand. Like, you know, people used to get a 2-hour room and just have fun and didn't see the other person no more for a year. Next thing you know, oh, you know, I got a little junior by you. You know what I'm saying?
What?
That pride.
That's something serious.
I'm just saying,
I
Dwayne, man.
see.
You know, sometimes we don't realize. I mean, like sometimes I feel. I know we finna get into the subject, but sometimes I feel like we don't even understand how how good daddies are today. Long gone, they not around no more. Um, Daddies most of the time be the backbone of the family and keeping the family together a lot. He the one that's the protector of the household, and you know, one thing about a real man back in the day, you know, people knew real men. They knew not to mess with him. They knew not to go in his yard. They knew not to mess with his daughter. They knew not to mess with his children. You know what I'm saying? Like, you knew the man on the street. Don't be don't. We ain't playing in his yard. You know what I'm saying? Like people knew the men. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, real men been here, short, tall, fat, big, small. And men been here a long time, and they carry themselves a certain way. And you either had to most time get in line or get gone.
Mm.
Yeah. So I'm finna get into the topics now. I know you ready to get into these topics. I'm gonna start it off. Wow, let's do it.
Because dads play the long game.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't
Understand it.
understand that, like, you know, a lot of dads, they start off you know, when they were young, 21. And I'm just saying dads playing dads and stuff like this, you know, want a house, want to own a car, you know, thinking about planning for the future and all that. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Mhm.
what we gonna do next year, baby? We're gonna stay here the couple years. We're gonna do this, and then we going here. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
sometimes men got it all thought out. Like I remember at like 25, I was already planning out where I was gonna be at 45. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I don't think a lot of ladies do that sometimes, because when women even have kids, um, they like, even when women just having kids, they like, I'm living every day. I got to get whatever they gonna eat today. I got to pay this rent. I remember seeing women even going out to cars. It don't matter, you know, how much the car was. If they could get it off the lot, they didn't give a damn if it was 27% interest. It was a lot of things that women put themselves in bad situations sometimes, you know, being upside down in houses and stuff like that, because they see a house and they're like, oh, that's this much. But then you play the long game and you're saying, if I keep this house for 10 years, what will it be worth? Will it go up in price? Will it go down in price? That should tell me what I need to pay for it now.
Mm.
Because what it gonna be worth in 5, 10 years if I didn't do nothing to it? What would it be worth? You know what I'm saying? If you ain't staying in a good enough area where you think your thing is profitable and stuff like that, there's no reason to try to pay 60, 70, 80,000 in the hood by, you know, on a house. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And sometimes unless you getting something built, you know, to your making, sometimes it's better just to play the long game, get you a little project, you know, finish it and this and that. Because I tell, reason I say the long game, because some women will sit in an apartment 10 years. They done paid for 20 houses. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Think about this, and I'm gonna say, I know this is gonna be hard for a lot of women to understand. If you stay in an apartment for a year and you paying $1,000 rent, okay, at the end of that year, that's $12,000. 2 years, that's $24,000.
Right.
That's a house in Jackson somewhere. That's a nice little house somewhere in Jackson somewhere. Nice little house. That if you had that house and owned that house, and then imagine if you were saving the next 8 years of your rent. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but this is the thing. If you ever have you ever been in a situation where you had to pay rent?
Yeah. And it
Okay.
was and it was grueling. I'm just trying to think about every month giving somebody a certain amount of money, and I know it's just gone, and then every month I need to
Okay,
keep
after you start paying rent, when you moved in a place where you were paying somebody rent every month, right?
right.
How long did it take you to realize this is not what I need to do because I am just putting this money into their pockets and I'm still paying rent and I'm not owning it. So immediately you didn't gain that just from paying your rent, right?
Yeah, I think it took me. I think it took me about 2 years because I bought my first house at 23.
Okay.
So, so being raised by my daddy,
Okay. Well, bingo. That's the thing. Your daddy,
and
the
that's why
importance of a
that's why
father.
I was saying about the long game. You know what I'm saying? Like, just being serious. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was going to jail, and I got in some trouble, and I took all my little money and bought my first house. And that's how I ended with my first house because I thought I was going to jail, and I said, "Let me at least have some when I get out of jail that I'd be all right." But I mean, bought my first house, $5,000-6,000, and I just think, I had to fix it up, of course, but I feel like people don't understand, like, if you go out here and you invest a little bit and you fix something, I mean, I don't care if you got to go to Home Depot and get some $200 air conditioners and put three air conditioners in each window around the house until you get the heat working and the AC working, stuff like that.
So
But
tell me this. Tell me this. I understand what you're saying. You're saying what you can do. So did you just come up with this on your own, or you had somebody to impact that in your life that this the rope you need to move to?
yeah, well, I've been working on houses since I was 8 years old. So
Okay, I'm still saying. I'm
yeah,
just saying the road that you took on getting your house and moving this way, getting your own at 23. You say right at 23,
right,
you had somebody to implement this in your life.
yeah,
Everybody aren't that blessed or lucky to have somebody to direct them immediately on something like that.
right, right,
So
right.
every child doesn't. So I'm just saying, if you say, "Oh, you 40 years old, you don't own your house and you're not moving this way," everybody isn't instructed that way. When you're young, a lot of times you get instructions like go to school, get an education, get you a husband, have some children, get a house.
Yeah.
Or
But
you go to school, get your husband, get your house, get some children.
and I have to disagree a little bit just because what Leon Demond said down there. Most people are told, hold on, let me get Dwayne out the way first. Go ahead with
He
that.
said, how many stepdads will most single women kids? Okay, how many stepdads will most single women kids will have before they are 18? Is it Mr. Johnson who just wants to hit fault? He's stepdad number 4. Oh my goodness.
And
Is
and,
there?
and you know what?
See there?
Dwayne,
Right there.
I'm gonna tell you this, Dwayne, he is so right. And we finna jump back on that in a second, but I got to finish this thought with what Mr. Jackson said. See, he said most people been told but don't listen. And I agree with that because, like, even though I was telling people as I was coming up these same traits that I was doing. But see, it's the sacrifice. A lot of people don't want to sacrifice and stay in a bad neighborhood or a bad place for a minute. You know what I'm saying, to get themselves up. You know what I'm saying? Like I moved over there by Wood Street. I mean, people I was around, in certain areas wouldn't move in the same place as me. You know what I'm saying? Like people, let me tell you something. Black people want to start off running, not walking, not crawling. You know what I'm saying? They want to start out being a baby and then jump in 3-car garage, you know, what's name, and don't even understand with the maintenance and all this other stuff that go with houses, bigger houses and stuff like that. You know, some houses have $200-300 worth of yard maintenance. If the plumbing go wrong, this might cost 2-3 thousand. I mean, what I'm saying is, everybody want certain things. You know, it's the same thing with like Kobe brought his parents a house, but they almost about to lose the house because they don't have the money to maintain the good house. You feel what I'm saying? It's not that the house ain't paid for and this and that, but if you ain't making a substantial amount of money to maintain something, it's like not even having it. Like like I tell people all the time, why if you barely making money? I used to see people making $8-10 an hour talking about buying Benzes. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know where that comes from, right? There are so many people still to this day want to live like the Joneses. You want the house, picket fence, nice everything in it, spending money from the Skellies, Ashley, whatever, you know, to try and make it be substantial for the look of people. If you keep living for what people want, you can't make it. So if you get all these expensive things, you spend all your money that you have on all these lavish things to get this $400,000 house in a neighborhood where you can't even have company. You can't have nobody come and park in front of your house. They have to be in the yard and not in. That's what people are doing now. So you spend all this money on how you want to live for the Joneses. You can't have company. And then you go and you have a maintenance problem. Your AC unit go out. You don't have any money because you've been living this substantial life that you want to impress people. And that's one thing I've never done. I've never done it in my life. Like people go and buy these purses, Coach, Michael Kors, things like that. I've never been that lavish person. I'll take me a $10 purse and rock it, carry my stuff. You know, I'm good. But people are different. They want to live like the Joneses. That has a lot of people mindset. Even when it comes to fathers, you want a man to be a certain type of way. You can have this man, you think he making $30,000. He ain't making that much money. But you see Jimmy over here, Jimmy making 60,000. He probably give you an extra $100 more than the man that's making $30,000. But Jimmy don't have no respect for you. He talks to you in a kind of way, don't treat you nice. But you want to go out here with Jimmy because this man don't have the statues of making $60,000. So a lot of things that people decide they won't, it's not because of something they will settle for. It's because they're settling for what other people see. You don't have this look that everybody's okay with. So you're quiet. You're not important to me. You're not that person. Child.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something that we losing a lot because I was listening to a dude the other day, but I see it all the time too. See, we don't even understand Mexicans come in our neighborhood and it's 10 of them. They move in a house.
One house.
They fix up. They take all their money. They fix up this house.
Everything.
They buy the house next door. They move half of them. Now they 5
all of them.
House. Then they take it. What's name? Then they buy the other house down the street. So there's 3 houses. Now they own half a block. And what it is we got big families that won't work together to try to have things because everybody want to grab their little bit and take off and go off into the sunset. And then once they fall off, they back in the hood where everybody else was too. You know what I'm saying? But what is the reason to run off and run over here because I don't like hanging around my kind or this and that, paying $2,000, $2,500 rent and all this over here when you can do that same thing in the hood and buy you a whole house in a year. And then you can fence that in, put cameras around it, and you can build you a little fortress around that thing. And that's what I try to preach to people, that it's better to be trying to build something and try to build a fortress, you know what I'm saying, and try to stay stable where you at instead of trying to run everywhere. See, we get caught trying to run all across the town, trying to run away.
Society does this.
We're trying to run away from this. We changing phone numbers
every
every 3 months. Oh, because I don't even like these people calling me. Well, just answer the phone and tell them to stop fucking calling you. You ain't got to change numbers and missing money and all this kind of stuff. You got people that do hair, got business, changing numbers. Like they're gonna help their business when you changing numbers. The people that prosper in business and everything, it has stableness, keep the same number while, keep the same friends, don't run from problems. Battle your problems head up. If a dude giving you trouble, start letting your daddy answer the phone when he call and see if he stop calling your ass. You know what I'm saying? Get it to your brother. Get it to your daddy. You know what I'm saying? Man, don't be calling my sister with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Get that dude off your back, because you can get him off your back if you just ask for help. That's the problem sometimes.
I mean, you don't have to even ask for help. You don't have to deal with dudes.
Women feel like they can do this stuff by themselves, and they really can't. Get your brother help. Get your daddy help. Get whoever around you to talk to this old crazy nigga and tell him, man, leave me alone. I know I got your baby, but you crazy and you don't need to be nowhere around me. You go and go to the courts. I let you have them half of the year. You just get away from me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be a problem. You know what I'm saying? So we got to realize that if we really want certain things, we got to move a different way. All right, well, come on with this one right quick.
Dwayne said, I hate to say it, but a white friend told me he was set up to buy his first house at 21 with assistance from fam. It pushed me to get mine at 24, and now I'm in my second home, but I pushed my kids to be on schedule to buy at 21. It's a sacrifice.
Right.
But that's the thing. When you have somebody it doesn't even have to be a dad. Like in this instance, it was not even your father. It was somebody you knew. So when you put yourself in good spaces so somebody can encourage you to move a certain type of way, you do that.
Right. There it is.
Stop buying Jordans and purses and $500 worth of $500 worth of hair and watch how you save that down payment, sacrifice now or later.
Right. And that's what people don't realize. You got to make sacrifices to get what you want. You can't just have fun. See, everybody want to live this day for day life. And that's what's going to happen at the end of your days. It's going to be day for day. You're going to be struggling, trying to figure out how I'm going to get a little piece of bread the day for day. See, if you own a house, then what you can do? You can rent out a couple of your rooms in your house. If it come that bad, you can stay in the big room with the bathroom and you can rent out the rest of the room.
You know they do that. It's called Airbnb.
Well,
I went to Atlanta, right? When I went there, the property that I was looking into, it was a house, but their top part of their house, they were renting it out, 2 bedrooms on the top, kitchen, everything up there, but the bottom they lived in. So people are actually doing that. They're splitting their homes and renting them out for Airbnbs, and they're making that money.
Yeah. And what people got to realize is all this stuff is a struggle sometimes, but you got to get with like-minded people, even family members that got their heads screwed on straight and say, let's get together and buy a couple of houses and fix them up. You get this house, I get that house. We'll do it together. And if both of us work together and I buy this house, you buy this house, and we both get us a house beside each other, then we work on the next house. We can work together, you know. And I think until Black people start trying to work together again, we gonna forever be lost, because guess what? We love everybody but our own kind. We say, oh, I'd rather hire the white person, because you know why? Our Black people not doing us right. Our own people that we should be hiring every day is coming to the job drunk. They coming to the job, you know, half-ass working. They coming to the job want to draw. Let me get a draw to the mall and don't do no work today. I mean, it just we doing bad business all over the place, and we wondering why people don't like messing with our own kind sometimes. You know what I'm saying? We got to do better on how we handle business. And I think that becomes because we too hype on trying to get high, we too hype on trying to get drunk, we too hype on trying to make it to the next party. And sometimes we got to settle down, and we got to, at a young age, we got to get out here and get stuff, and we can do that stuff later. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of things can be done later. I remember, rest in peace, my boy TJ. I remember he was drinking, and he was renting a house, and he said, man, I got to buy me a house. I'm tired of paying rent. I'm like, damn. And then he said, I'm gonna stop drinking. And I was like, this man, you drink every day. You know what I'm saying? So he stopped drinking. Shit, in 4 years, he bought him a house. And so the 5th year, 6th year, I asked him, I said, man, why you start back drinking and you got your house and all that? He said, because I like drinking.
He stopped drinking so he can get what he
He
wants.
stopped drinking to get his house. He did what he did, but he liked drinking. So he went back to drinking and everything. But I'm saying, everybody, for a man to stop drinking, that drink every day, to stop drinking just to buy the house, you know, and stuff like that, it just tell you, you got to be disciplined to get what you really want. A lot of people say they really want stuff, then they really don't want it. You know, a lot of people say we really want to lose weight, we really want to do this, but do you really have the sacrifice to stop doing what you're doing to get where you got to go?
That part.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to stop doing what you're doing to get what you got to go.
Get what you want.
All right, go ahead.
You tell the truth. Speak, brother. I say the same thing. Mexicans work together. And yes, they
And
do.
I'm talking about
Because I be thinking, like, do they have a basement built in the bottom of the house? How many of them living in there? You
really,
know?
and then what make it so bad, you see them on the job site. Man, when do you see on a man job site where his
woman on the roof too?
Kids, no, not on the roof, but they bringing plates and they picking up trash and they doing stuff. They bringing the food and all that.
I have seen a job, the woman on the roof. I'm like, what?
I mean, they don't really have their woman doing labor.
No, I actually saw this woman on the roof. Whether she was nailing or not, she was up there. Maybe she was giving water.
If she just passing water or passing them nails, she doing
was
something.
Up there.
She doing something that's worth it, and you know, getting it done.
Yeah,
and that's why the respect factor is so great among them, because they know they on a mission to get something better. They just
accomplish.
Not,
you know, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? And we get out here and we're not trying to work together to accomplish nothing. It's all about me.
Mm-hmm.
And
what I can get.
Getting stuff together and making it happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
All right.
Katisha said, yes, why do women buy fake everything with their doctor and lawyer husband until he... And look, everybody else trying to rock this Louis Vuitton, this from head to toe, and these whiteys, they out here with this good stuff. You know, I know what you mean. Katisha said, I'm in the neighborhood and I love it. That part, neighborhood, they look out for you.
Right.
They say, hey, land and property is what it's all about.
Right. And that's when you know when you start getting grown, when you start thinking about owning land and property. When you start thinking about owning land and property, that's when you know you're growing up. When you are actually like, I preach to people, first thing you need to own is your car. You know what I'm saying? You need to at least own your car. Next thing you need to be trying to own is either a house or if it's economically right for you to, if you're paying a low enough rent and you saving enough money, and if it's able for you to be able to live a certain way like that, it's the same thing. If a person making, say a person making $1,000 a week and they ain't putting up out but maybe $200 a week, you know what I'm saying? It's all about the out and in. You know what I'm saying? See, what happens when people get these expensive apartments and expensive condos and all that, by the time they get paying rent, they scrapping up for light bill, asking Joe Blow, won't you give me, $40 or something, or won't you buy me a meal? Then you know, it's like you struggling on one side, but then you begging on another side, like for gas and
Yeah,
what's
but that's
can't
the
help me.
thing.
If you can't help me do this, I don't need you around me. And that's where the meanness come, because if you was able to own your own or pay something low, you wouldn't have this stress on you, every month
But
to
listen, this is the thing. If you're getting out here, you're entertaining yourself with above your means, right? So you're out here, you're living these lavish lives of these partying every weekends and moving this type of way. You're getting into this vacation thing because you want to be able to post on social media that you're here or there. So you get these new friends in your life and you expect them to be the expense provider for what you decide to do. And that's what people are out here doing. So you out here seeking these guys that are willing to do these things for you, so it becomes a new job. This your new part-time.
It's your
You
new
out
hustle.
here seeking. Yeah, it's the new hustle. You
Yeah.
out here, you seeking these
And
guys.
that's
You're lowering
and
yourself, lowering your value as a person so you can have these things to satisfy people. Still what I'm saying.
I'm glad you said that, because that's why a lot of women end up with people they don't like, because the people they chasing out there is for the wrong reason. You know what I'm saying? It's because I'm struggling, I need some help.
That
And the
part. I
reason
need you to
reason
help
a
me.
lot of women stay with certain men, because that man is a provider, and there's nothing about love, it's nothing about like. And once he ain't providing no more like he was, you're gonna want to leave him. Or once you get on your feet that you feel like you can provide for yourself, you're gonna look at him and say, I never liked him like that. You know what I'm saying? I just liked the money he was giving me. I just liked what he was doing for me, but I never liked the man himself. You know what I'm saying? And I think only relationships that can hold together from a test of time is people that kind of like each other a little more than just the money part. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people
Or
that
what they can just do for you.
right.
It shouldn't be always self-gain when you're
Because
with somebody.
because both sides should be useful to each
On
other.
each other,
You know
like
what I'm saying?
complement each other's
Right,
needs. But if you're not in a situation like that, that's a terrible place to be.
right. Read that.
Katisha said priority. Why buy a Mercedes and you renting a house? And Mercedes don't want nothing but Mercedes oils, parts, premium gas, etc. That part.
Right.
So it's a family of 10 that stay on my street. When a tree fell in their yard, it took them 10 minutes to cut it up and discard it. That's called teamwork.
Hey, look, let me tell you
Do it
something.
all the time. Do you hear
Let
me?
me tell you something. I had a tree on my property that fell across, and and um and I told them I was coming that evening to cut it up and move it or whatever. By the time I came there, the Mexicans across the street had already hooked me up, and they just threw up the peace sign to me. You know what I'm saying? And and and, and I mean, like, they got so much stuff over there, dump trucks and trailers and all kind of stuff. And I was like, wow, if I had a, and all I could think about at that time, I was like, man, I need some more cheer. Okay. I said, man, I had them cheer. Boy, there's just too many Mexicans out there. You be wanting to be around your family then. You be
But
like,
then you see them working. You
Man.
don't see them leaving, going and getting no lunch. They pack their lunches.
man.
They bring their lunch.
they
They sit
look,
down,
and they
take their
start
lunch time,
early.
and get back to work. They don't take all day for lunch break. You don't see nobody have to run to the store, nothing like that. You don't see them drinking, smoking,
Mhm.
nothing on the job. Whatever they do, it may be afterwards, but they don't do none of that doing the job. Just that, oh my God, the struggle of staying staff is crazy. My job paying 13 to 14.50 an hour for crew members, while others paying 7.50 an hour. People still not showing up. And whereas managers out, Gen Zs don't want to work. Oh, Generation Zs. Oh, no, they ain't working.
I'm gonna
They
tell you,
smoking.
they smoking. They
They
smoking.
smoking.
Can I tell you something? And a lot of us did it to them because I remember a lot of us smoking weed, rolling weed in front of all these kids all these years. And
But
it's,
they're so young, 12 to 20. Oh, yeah, that's the age.
these kids smoking at 12. Yeah,
It's the
they
generation
rolling blunts.
is now from 12 to
When I was
27.
coming up, they was out there at 12, 13 rolling up blunts and smoking. So I know they smoking now at 12 and 10 and sometime 9. I mean, and the bad part about it is why parents don't know their children on drugs at the age of 10, 11, 12, 13 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
Mhm.
is getting high and stuff like that. I mean, we got to got to do better.
Yeah. Dwayne said, poor people dress rich, rich people dress modest. That part, they don't mind wearing $2 jeans.
Right.
They don't. It that's the thing about it. You shouldn't dress where your attire make you. You need to dress where you be comfortable.
Right.
She said it's still women in 2024 who can't or don't want to provide for themselves. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you, a lot of stuff happened when that COVID made people lazy.
You missed some. Yeah, go back.
Let me say, COVID put weight on people and made people lazy and all that old type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, she was saying that it's at Chipotle.
No,
Chipotle is that much?
listen, they had a whole different conversation. You ain't paying attention there. I'm paying attention. I got it. They was having a conversation within themselves. What's that? Her and Kimberly. Yeah. They know. Let me see. Said, oh, the parents know. She said the parents know them they smoking because the parents rolling up a blunt with them.
Mm-hmm.
Jay Jones said they know. A lot of them think it's cool. Yep. I mean, I ain't never thought it was cool, and I ain't never smoked nothing with my child, never drunk nothing with my child. I just that ain't what I'm gonna do. And my child finna be 32 this year, and that ain't what I'm gonna do. And I'm not gonna put that out there in the world. And ain't nobody gonna see me on no picture getting high and drinking with my child. This is not what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Because say if you drink or smoke or whatever with your child, and your child leave you drinking and what's name and Rick and have a goddamn and kill themselves, how you gonna feel about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna feel about that? That your child fucking with you, trying to make it home, died. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to be better example. We got to stop being the friend. Yeah, I don't see this the problem. We need to start hanging out with people our age. We need to start keeping friends. Stop listening to this seasonal stuff. Oh, um, everybody in your life for a season and for a reason. And all people doing is peeling off friends, getting new people that they think they friends. And all these are associates. They ain't really friends. They just in there for a little while. That's when you start having friends. When you start with all this new people that don't care nothing about you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Hang around folk that don't care nothing about you, and you think they're your friends. You think that nope, they not your friend. They just waiting on the time to turn on you. And I see that all the time. I might hang out with a dude or hang around some dudes or whatever, and then next thing you know, they might start saying some slick talk, around you, and start acting like, you know, you know, you have situations where people don't know you, and it's like you might feel like they trying you in a kind of way, not actually trying to fight you or nothing like that, but
See
just
how far they can go.
go with you and all that. And you know, um, I realized like even some people I be around that don't play. Like sometimes I catch myself around dudes sometimes don't even want you to put your hands on them. You know what I'm saying? Like if you touch them, they be like, man, no, I don't do that. Not just to touch them. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm very careful of who I hang out with in that mentality. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want nobody I hang out with and I bump into them. They got a whole fucking attitude with me, we're ready to shoot me and all this because I bumped them or something. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got people out here that's on the edge. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't care.
Yeah.
They run around with guns all day and they don't want nobody touching them. They don't want nobody playing with them. They don't want you even joking with them or nothing. And me myself is not it's not that they probably not good friends with, that'll be with somebody else. But I know me, myself, personally, I don't want to be around people that still got that kind of tension on them. I don't want to be around people that's not naturally happy. You know what I'm saying? Or naturally just got a good soul or persona about them. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like if you keep yourself around a certain group of people, you will end up fucked up because you'll realize they really don't care nothing about you, and they've been waiting to do something to you. They just ain't never had the right time.
Oh Lord.
No, I'm just saying. Sometimes that's like, yeah. Go ahead.
Katisha said, I'm in the school system. The parents are puff passing to little Marquivia Cuevas. Marquivia Cuevas. That's how they do the names. Weed is not enough for them. They're popping pills and doing powder, and they brag on it. I remember people were ashamed of it. Now they don't care.
Right. And then let me tell you another thing. Now, if you got a child and they doing a TikTok video and something about I seen something about what them pills they be talking about.
Miley's?
Yeah, Miley's.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you do a TikTok? I be on them Miley's like, I seen a new dance or something like that. Talking about, man, I wouldn't even want
like,
my
whoa,
I wouldn't even want my child to dance on the song talking about I be on Miley's like this, or I be high as hell on popping pills. Like I wouldn't even want. I'd be looking at my child like, what?
You doing this stuff?
Don't do that. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? It just don't make no sense to me. Yeah, you right, big dog. We old school. Just
too much. Habit forming and can't quit. That's why the kids can't quit nothing but a job. Tish, you ain't have to do it like that, but yeah, you're right.
That was a good one. The kids can't quit nothing but a job.
That's for the job. It's
Them
over.
motherfuckers go 18 drugs. Can't quit nothing. They can't quit smoking cigarettes, can't quit Molly, can't quit cocaine, can't quit weed.
None
I
but
mean,
the
they can't
job.
quit none of this stuff, but they can quit a job like a flick of the wrist.
Easy.
I don't
Easy.
need that. I don't need this shit. It's plenty of people that'll hire me. Yeah.
At all. I mean, get it, but it's time and place for everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree. It's a time, place, for everything. Man, bam, here go my next one. Come on with it.
Okay.
What up, Michael Bailey up in the his house up in this thing, man.
Read that for
Up,
me.
up in his. Oh, okay. Oh Lord, how much? What I did with that? All right, all right. Look, I'm even looking at it. I'm even looking at that thing. Like, hold on, man. What the hell did I write? I'm just gonna have to go to the next tab. I figure this one out. I don't even think I wrote that one. You see, you ain't come back and trying to.
No.
Oh, you know what? I know it. I know it was.
Okay, well, do it. Do you correct it and go to the next one?
I already went to the next one. Man, this right here.
Sorry. Dads try to protect by all means.
Okay. Let me throw it back up here. Okay. Okay, you want me to read it now? The men have to be on an even keel at all times, no ups and downs, kind of straight in the middle. And
Okay, you.
what I mean by that is, you know, men can't have all these wild emotions like women, up and down. You know, that's how men die.
Showing more emotions than women. That's the main thing.
No. Well, oh, you saying they can have them, just not show them.
Don't show them. Don't be right here.
No. I'm just saying with the rah and up and down.
That's what I'm saying.
Men doing too much of that. Men doing too much up and down. You know, they get mad at something. They off the chain. They run around here hollering, on God, and you know all this other stuff. You know, and what happens is, I think that's how women lose a lot of respect for men because they see them real shaky, never stable. You know what I'm saying? And I think women like something about a stable man, a man that every time they see his mood don't change, you know, this and that. And you know, and I think that's how, you know. Oh, she said sassy. But I just
you don't want to take it.
I just think men have to have, you know, got to have a more even keel on their life because that's how men end up hurt trying to act like a woman. You can't go out here with men coming to them with women emotions. And what women don't realize sometimes, when you're around a young boy and this and that, and you around here hollering at everybody and getting into it with everybody. See that your son sometimes pick on that trait. And so soon as your son start trying the same thing that you was not, he gonna be getting into it with dudes on a whole nother level They're gonna be shooting at each other and all kind of stuff. It ain't gonna be no little stuff like you doing. You know what I'm saying? Like you get in trouble and you and a girl fussing and screaming. If him and another dude fussing and screaming, somebody might be reaching for a pistol. You know what I'm saying? Like men ain't gonna fuss back and forth with another man too long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know my temper. I ain't never been that type of fuss with you. You fuss with me. Let's see who can holler the loudest. Nah, I'm not gonna go all that with you. I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna let you say whatever you got to say. This and that. As long as you ain't putting your hands on me and I can walk away with all that. I mean, everything Gucci. But as soon as we get into anything that seems like gangster shit, it's going all the way down.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
This the facts.
John said,
One
one.
hundred.
Bro, I be.
Okay, go ahead.
Mike said, be in town this weekend, Friday night, one way. Well, you know I'm in town, big bro. Holla at me. Go ahead.
Kim said, I told my people to cry in the shower in a private space. Don't hold it in though. Not good for your health, with high blood pressure. Oh, she's talking about her boys.
Well, I'm gonna do this like, I'm glad. Nah, I ain't gonna say that one. In this era, I think it would have been hard for me to raise some boys in this era because of how society is. I think is capable of being done this and that, but I know I probably would have got into a lot of mess in this era, just trying to raise a boy to, really, kind of like what you feel like the right way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like being a man is certain things you got to do a man and this and that. And I feel like a lot of boys are just too fragile. And I just think sometimes it's from being around their mama too much. I'm just not gonna sit up here and faking and shaking and act like that ain't what I think,
No, don't wake up with violence.
Good idea, Kim. He said men need to have more rap sessions for men converse so they can talk to real men and learn. Yeah, I agree. And I think going on the end of this year, I'm gonna try to get with some more men around here because I'm gonna try to I know I work a lot, but I'm gonna try to make more time out to talk to kids and talk to other men because I mean basically I done talk down more grown men this year than I done did in a long time. And I don't know why. So, and then I think sometimes because of the economy and, people not doing as good as they want to be doing and stuff like that. But I just think we got to get men back on track. I think men been off track too long. I think women and came up and straight past them and,
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Dads provide way more things than money even thought.
Though they do it too. Even though they do it too. They provide money, but they provide so much more than just money.
Okay.
And I think sometimes we don't look at it like that. Like, men provide a lot of guidance, of course, money, helpful information because a lot of people call me for just, information, just sometimes just like from a man's perspective, you know, even me talking to my sisters and other people that I know, you know,
Mm,
and now just um I just think men have to be steady, have to be a different kind of person. You
okay.
know, got what you think?
I mean, I understand. I agree.
Roll with it.
So, great dads are the foundation that everything is built on.
Yeah. See, when I think about a great dad, I think of the concrete and the slab that they pour first, the concrete slab, and they put the little pipes and everything in there to, to
But
frame
we
it
have
up.
to
They
be
frame
in
it up.
understanding of what's going on to know what you're talking about.
No, I'm saying the bottom of the house. When they
The
say, "Oh man,
foundation. Okay. Yeah.
foundation crack," you don't want to buy
Okay.
that house. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah, when they say you don't want to buy that house, the foundation is messed up.
It
They gonna
shifts.
take a lot of work. There wasn't name.
Yeah.
Usually, strong, good men sometimes bring out a good foundation.
Okay.
um, you read what she said?
Great conversation, guys. Yeah. Okay, Fisher. She let the chick. She gave the peace sign. She out of here.
Yeah. Kimberly got some on there.
Kim said, I know I did something wrong, but I'm correcting it. I see me and them. I've changed a lot. My temper was horrible. Now I remove myself away from people who triggers me. I'm teaching them how to talk things through before you jump.
No, and that's a good
You
thing.
got a good teacher.
And you know what's so good about that? Anybody that's able, because I go back and look at, my wrongs and stuff sometimes. When you can go back and look at yourself in a mirror and be able to correct stuff on yourself,
It's a
so
plus.
helpful. That is so helpful, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people can't look at themselves and correct nothing about them. They think, oh, well, I did it, fuck it, But I mean, sometimes I look at some stuff I did and I be like, man, I know at the time I couldn't do nothing different. But if I had a did something different, I wish it would have been like this. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the problem. Sometimes you kind of wish that it was different.
Okay. Talked me down years ago. I didn't listen then, but the time and talks and just being around rubbed off on me later in life. You had a lot to do with chill level. Getting me away from what I was used to did me a great thing when I sat down and thought about it and what I was doing and how you guys carried yourself.
Okay, appreciate that, man.
Hey,
And
we're going to call you Big Dad. Big Daddy.
yeah, man.
Always my brother. That's what's up.
Same here,
Nothing
man.
wrong with having good impact.
And I talked to Elton the other day, man. I was over down the street over there on Powers, man. I'm gonna throw it out there. He was visiting somebody. We had seen each other, and I had talked to him. He said he had talked to you a couple weeks ago. But yeah, I remember our wild days being out there and me trying to, even when we was doing some wrong stuff, me saying, "Hey, man, if you're gonna do wrong, you might as well be making money off doing."
Oh Lord.
You know what I'm saying? He said, all he do is work that. Yep. I caught him. He told me he was doing sheetrock sheetrock stuff. Yeah, man. He said, right. I just, yep, I remember that. I remember, yeah, man, we need to be getting paid off on this stuff you doing. But yeah, but I mean, like I was never a person that wanted to do wrong just to be doing wrong. Yeah, but I mean, you know, doing right is so much more you know, fulfilling, and knowing that you're not, you know, hurting nobody, you being good, you know what I'm saying? You contributing to society in a positive way. And I think you know, I'm a long way from what I used to be, but I think the mentality, you know, haven't changed as much as you know you think it would. Cause I really never thought that I was a super bad dude. I just think sometimes you got to do certain stuff to survive, and I think I was in survival mode for a while, and you know, so had to do what I had to do.
Okay.
What we got up next? Bam! Come on with it.
You can tell how good a family is on how much they love their dads or grandpas.
Yeah. Can't you agree with that?
Like
Like when you see a family that really love each other, man, they got so much love for the men in their family and the dads and the foundation that the dads built. You know, grandma ain't gonna let nobody disrespect.
Yeah,
This is daddy, granddaddy house. I'm still
I
standing.
can agree.
He might have died 10, 15 years ago, but you ain't gonna say nothing wrong about granddaddy.
That part. Don't even talk about his undoing right.
Right.
That's your business.
Yeah. And we're talking about all them families was up there. They got they say Shirley is his daughter too. Now don't worry about all that.
That's none of your business. Minding your business.
Right. Yeah, but yeah, I just think like they say, a great man sometimes people don't notice how great he was till he was gone.
Mm-hmm.
See that long line of funeral and stuff behind him, and all the people he changed, and all the you know the stuff, the grandchildren and the
Yeah.
grands, and everybody who still loved him, still respected him, and
Right.
this and all the way down. You know, you know, I was in the streets a lot, and and you know, I'm glad my dad had taught me what he taught me, where I was able to come back and be a regular person again. Because
This man said a regular person, so you
no, I mean, yeah, but because I think sometimes you can get out in the streets and the streets can kind of take over you.
well,
You
like
know,
change
like
it.
and that's what I think Mike was kind of saying. And what's not, you know, our demeanor sometimes. I don't think I ever let the streets run me. You know what I'm saying? Like make me who I was. I think always well who I was. I was just a street dude. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, I just turned into a street dude.
Okay.
True that. Yeah, but I think like even now, I think I kind of carry myself kind of like the same way, but just don't have that wildness or maybe the level of danger. But I think that becomes like say a man is a regular man on over here, but you take him and put him in Vietnam, he can change into a monster. But you
Yeah.
can take him from Vietnam and bring him back, and he would change back to a regular man because it's according on his conditions and what he's around and what he had to change to survive. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Yeah. So I think the foundation of me always was the same. But when I got out there and got wild, and then once I came back,
Oh, you did go out there and get wild. Okay.
And I think once I came back, I kind of woke up and like, oh, let me let that go. But I know, a lot of people know how wild I was at one time. So it is what it is.
Yeah. It's called life.
Right.
Oh, Lord.
Yes, I was in them streets, boy. Yeah. I got another one down there.
When a dad isn't around, you can tell a big difference in the whole family. Yeah, everybody move different. Some sporty mouth, brown in there, you can tell. You can tell.
Yeah, and you can tell how the kids act too.
Yeah.
How
out of control.
How the girls would act. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna tell you this: when a man is in the household, and when he got totally control of a household, kind of like, I don't really see the whole green, red hair and all that. See, a lot of that stuff is what the mama let, the children get away with and stuff like that. Let them be kids. Let them do that. The boys with green and blue hair and all that. Once I see stuff like that, I kind of know that, daddy didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never thought to take a boy to the barbershop and dye his hair. I've never thought about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, when I see it happen, I say, that's woman, that's woman stuff there. What up, Mississippi Wood up in there? His house. Jay. Yeah. Me and Mike were just talking about you, Mississippi Wood. I'm just playing. Just talking. You can rewind the show. We say. What is that still? What did OTR mean? What do OTR mean anyway? You know me.
You asking me?
Yeah.
OTR? What is that?
I got some brain dead right there. No, he said still OTR.
Over the road or on the road?
Over the road.
I guess I'm thinking.
He said over the road. He said
over the road, on the road,
on the road. Still over the road. He driving trucks.
Trucks, okay. On the road, over the road, whatever. I don't know.
What up? Mississippi Wood up in his house.
Safe out there on those roads.
Yeah. Both of them, I just thought about it. Both of them boys driving trucks now. Ain't God good?
Yes, he is.
Ain't God good? Got both of them boys got them driving them big old trucks and things, all that good stuff. Man. And you know what? I'm so proud of these boys. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're men, grown men now.
Okay.
Big Dog said almost 30 years now, man. Ain't that
wow, that's a long time.
Man, I'm talking about, man, I've been knowing these boys, woof. I mean, boy, we've been knowing each other for a long time. And guess what? And I always thought that they were way, you know how sometimes you be thinking they way under you. Because there were me and Elton was talking about the other day, because Elton is just like 2 years under me and 2.5 years under me. And I think Mike is 2 years under him. So, yeah, so that's where I said, so So I got
Say what? Elton is 2 years under you.
not this not the Elton that
No, I'm saying the person you was talking to
yeah,
the other day. He's 2
he
years
2 years
under you.
under me. Yeah, I didn't even realize
Mike is 2 years
how
under
old he
you.
was. When he told me how old he was, I was like, damn nigga, you old. I thought you was.
Oh, okay.
And then my boy, see, he 46. So he 52 years, so he 6 years under me.
Oh.
Yeah. So he's 6 years under me. So I mean that like but see, when you look at it when we were young, that's a big wide gap. If I'm think about this, if I'm 20 and they 15 or 14, or, you know what I'm saying? That's a big gap.
I got you. I know what you're
So
saying.
so that's how it kind of, you know what I'm saying? So man, shoot, we was out there, boy. We was out there. So what do we got? Come on with that one.
Oh, he was saying
it up.
it's okay. He said. So, what are dads really made of, and what kind of a man is he?
What dads are really made of? Okay, I think all dads are made of some different stuff, but I think all good dads are made of the right stuff. And when I say the right stuff, it's like, you know, a level of strength, a level of control, a level of trying to solve problems, trying to get stuff done, trying to be the backbone of the family. You know, when all else fails, they know it's on them
Right.
to get it straight. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, I felt good even when my mama called me today and battery cable or whatever. She was stuck at AutoZone, and AutoZone like, oh, it's sparked and we can't touch the battery and this and that and all this whole stuff. And I come up there in 5 minutes, I tighten up the cable and she crank it up and test out everything good, and she gone. Because
she was good then. That's what's up.
It just sometimes, men are made with different stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like anytime you might see a woman even panic over a little something, you know what I'm saying? Because women don't naturally walk around with tools and stuff like this here.
We have some car trouble. I'm gonna be out there crying, all that stuff. Like somebody come and save me. I'm sorry, whatever.
And you know what? Because I don't call myself a mechanic, but I'm a professional parts replacer. So, like say if a mechanic get on the phone with me and I figure out what it is, if I can, basically now when I go to a car, I done made it to the age that I kind of know what kind of going on. You know what I'm saying? For me doing that, working on small engines. Having my own little engine thing, my little toy and all that, it made me more mechanically inclined on what to do and everything. but what I'm saying is, like dads really have to know way more than women about a lot of little things. See, women know how to make money, sure. But you know what I'm saying? Women go to YouTube, they watch people and they learn how to paint, they learn how to do other little stuff. They can change a battery, they can change some oil, they can do little stuff, this and that. But you know what I'm saying? You don't see
that's
women.
The woman and the dad.
Snatching motors out.
That's the women that celebrate Father's Day. No, that's not women.
And don't forget to like and subscribe and share. It do not cost nothing to share. Don't forget to like and share. and there go Kimberly Balage links. So if y'all need t-shirts, apparel, of anything, go get it. Go get it. But and I think men are like Superman. You know what I'm saying? Like they kind of like Clark Kent. It's like they regular people every day, but when trouble happened, they had to snatch up off all that stuff and they changed to a whole nother different person to go help everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just think men sometimes are totally different. You know. Okay. Um she said, I told you that 2X large was too big. Sure, congratulations on the weight loss. Man, I want my 2XL. I don't want to hear that mess. I don't want no tight shirt on me. I want the thing loose. I want to be loose like a goose. You know, some people carry other items on them. They don't. I got my keys and my cell phone. I don't need people seeing and stuff. Okay, my bad. Yeah, let's move on to the next subject. All right. And I still wanted to do that last one. And what kind of man is he? I think I think I think a lot of men uh I think a lot of men um can be a lot of different things, but I think we all have a kind of stable man, a longevity man, just like my boy say, he been doing that for 30 years and been driving trucks. And it's about being stable. It's about, having things, it's about working towards a mission, goals, and all that. And I think men is baked inside our DNA to have more and more things. Men, just like a woman might be able to have one car, two cars, three cars, but it ain't no woman running around here like Jay Leno with 100. He got over 400-500 cars and stuff like that. Just like Big Boss Rick Ross got all them cars. He was name. You know what I'm saying? Like most of them women have 2-3 cars and that's it. And something like that. I don't know women that have. I've never seen a woman throw a car show that she's showing off her 10 cars, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like men do. Men just love things, tractors and all that old type of stuff. What woman around here buying tractors and
Why
stuff
would
like
we
that?
need a tractor
She
though?
might have 4 broke down push modes somewhere, but
But why would we need a tractor?
no, I mean, well, some women have farm.
No, I know. Remember, we're
I know a
talking
woman
about women.
I know a woman that got a tractor. She, matter of fact, we're gonna give her a shout out because she on the
Give her
end
a
of
shout
South,
out.
on the end of South Drive. She got her own farm down there. I'm gonna have to let you know where it's at. It's a
I know
farm.
where it is.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah. Y'all done danced down there before or something.
No,
Oh, okay, my bad.
you in my business. That's your problem. You know,
Listen, hey, but they
smart
got a
farm.
farm. Yeah, they got a farm down there
Yeah.
that do that grow vegetables and all
Well,
that.
do you know why she has her own tractor? She had a man. So don't act like
That
you
was
just
pretty
still
good. That was pretty good. That ain't like it was her tractor, huh?
so don't do that.
Cause you know what? I ain't never
Boo-boo.
seen her on it. I done seen the boys on it and everything.
That part.
I
You
never seen
ain't
her
gonna
on
see her on it. We're ladies around here. What you thought?
it. Okay, then. I got you. I got you.
You trying to throw shade
Yeah.
on women that's
There go my
professionally
boy.
being
See my
respected.
boy. My boy John Johnson. See, he in the country too. He said, I know women that have a and love
Have
tractor.
and love tractors.
Right.
Okay.
I'm telling you now, we in the
Well,
country
you
now.
know what? If I was in an area where there was land, I would love to play on a tractor. Like I like to play on little lawnmowers that the
So,
kind that drive across the grass. I love that stuff. It's fun, you know.
don't
I
John,
like
don't,
that.
don't
I
my
like
boy
that.
James, don't my boy James, don't you got a tractor now? I thought you was. I know you was investing in a tractor at one time. I know you were borrowing a tractor, but you should have had you a tractor by now. I know
I
he
want
probably
to
got
drive
him a
a
tractor
tractor.
by
I'm gonna
now.
put that on my bucket list.
Man, something about being in the country. You just want you a
I want
tractor.
to be in the
Shoot, all
country.
right.
I want to be on a tractor. I want to drive that tractor. I want to do it. And I'm gonna do it. That's on my bucket list. I
Too
want to.
right. You gonna do it that day. You gonna do it that day and it's over.
I don't care. It's on my list. I'm gonna do it. It don't matter when and how long. It's gonna happen.
Okay, then.
So
Oh Lord.
don't be hating on my bucket list. Get your list together.
Last but not least, go ahead with that one. I'm not finna argue with
So people don't love their dad. How he's supposed to be loved until he's gone sometimes. So if somebody don't love you, it needs to affect you. And these are the armor and the pillar of family. So I don't think real dads really let that part affect them. You have a lot of kids telling that I hate you. I wish you did. I wish all this stuff.
Yeah.
That's strong. You're like, okay, I know you hate me right now, but you're gonna leave me in an hour.
Yeah.
So no. But I'm just saying people don't love their dad. They just say that out of anger. I don't know too many people that don't love their dads. I didn't like my dad for a long time. My dad is dead and gone. And I'm still salty at him from some areas, but I respect him from his manhood enough that, and then the things my mom instilled me, you'll never disrespect your dad, regardless of what you think, however you feel, because I went to school or whatever, and I feel some type of way about me. You won't do that in this house. My mama said we ain't doing this. So if you don't have that perspective of respecting the man of the house, then you wouldn't. So whether you love him or not, that's just your emotional opinion of how you feel at the moment.
I think I didn't like my dad between the ages of 14 and 17.
Why? Because he was instructing you to do something right.
No, just working me too much.
Yeah, he was instructing you to do something right. Now you work so much, and then what?
I ran around hiding from my dad at one time.
Man, that's
Shit.
all I ever hear you do. Man, what you do? Working. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, yeah, well, one thing I can say, hell, I've been working since I was 8. So
Well,
it's
it's
like,
instilled in you.
so it's nothing I can't stop doing. Like if I sit at the house all day, I'm like, man, I ain't get nothing done. I ain't pay a bill.
You
I
didn't
mean,
you didn't accomplish nothing. You didn't make no
right.
your light bill is
And you know
always
what? And you know what hustlers used to say back in the day? You ain't no real hustler if you ain't make about $200 a day or something. Back in the day,
I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
I mean, it just you don't supposed to sit still. You know what I'm saying? You don't supposed to sit still
No,
like that. So
just
you got to keep on hustling.
keep on rolling.
You got to keep on rolling, man.
Well, yeah.
And I think that's one thing that I did pick up from being out there in the streets and things. I remember, you know, being out in the streets 2-3 nights in a
Are the
week.
streets still there?
Huh?
Are the streets still there?
Yeah, they still out there.
Oh, okay. You said being out there in the streets like they disappeared. I was just asking you. I was trying to be sure.
I look I'm like, yeah, the streets still out there.
I was just asking.
Yeah, but I remember when Joker would look. I remember being out in the streets so long, 2-3 days, that I would just go to a 2-hour room just to take a bath and a quick nap till the Jew man then woke me up and then get right back out there in the streets.
Okay.
And it just, I mean, it just how it was at one time. You know what I'm saying? Like men went and got it. I mean, dudes was out there hustling like for real, for real. Yeah.
So it made you a
And,
man because you were hustling,
I
or what?
think
You were grown enough to hustle.
I think I was a man. 'Cause I always felt like a man ever since when I first went to the army. I mean, I was,
Well, you turned to a man.
I remember
Um,
when I remember when a joke. No, I ain't gonna say that on live. No. It was something that somebody said.
all you can be. That's what you did, right?
No, but no. I'm saying, but I remember somebody was questioning my manhood or something and said something like in a way that, oh, you didn't become a man till you met such and such or something. And I'm like, what? I was been a man since I was shit. You know what I'm saying? 17, 18 years old. I really don't. I don't like when people try to tell people that they ain't something.
So just tell me this: what make a man become a man other than the age? Tell me that.
Mentality, your mentality. Because I don't think being a man,
Mentality of what?
no, a mentality on how you move. You know what I'm saying? How you carry yourself. I don't think if I know men that really ain't got much. Like can be kind of like you could say it almost like a bum or a crackhead, but how they move and how they talk is manly. And is manly. Like, say, because you got on drugs, you got caught up, don't mean to me that you're not a man. You feel me? You might have slipped up and got caught up and got addicted to something, just like a lot of people went to Vietnam and got addicted to drugs and stuff like that. But is that they not a man because they got on some kind of drug? No, I don't think.
So do you think independence make you a man? So past the sex, you were born a boy.
Mm-hmm.
In the society, is boy or girl, right? So you were born a boy.
Independence on your own, yeah.
Okay, so by that time,
taking care of yourself.
Independence to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
That's when you become a man, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think one.
I
put it away because since you said it like that, because I never thought about it like that, because I've been taking care of myself, mostly since since I went to the army. Because even when I came out the army, I was staying in the hotels and stuff like that. So
hotels ain't got nothing.
No, I'm saying what I'm saying is, even though I was staying in a hotel, I was taking care of myself every day.
That part, independence. Yeah. That's what make you become. That's what I'm saying. But that's all I was saying.
Sometimes you don't realize that because you're not looking at it in the same way. I'm just hustling. I'm just surviving. But what you're really doing is taking care of yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The dad said, becoming a father. Yeah. And then he said, Moy said, a man take care of himself, a natural leader, provider, a great lover, and a gentleman. I think you got that mixed up with Superman, not just a man.
Boy, he said, that's my man.
When you say a whole gentleman, a
Boy,
great
he said, that's
lover,
my
a
man.
provider, a natural, shit. God damn it, I got me.
She had
Damn,
called the whole man out, baby. That's what she did. That's what you did, Moya.
I want to know
That's
that.
my man.
I want to know the definition of a woman. More, can we get that definition too? Because I like when women.
But we
just
talking
say,
about that. Is why we gotta
no,
bring up women.
I love it when. Oh, she said, "That's my man."
I know that's what I'm saying. I said we talking about Moya's man. That's him. Girl, you called him out, whatever he is or whoever he is. Him.
He said,
Oh, Kim said, I disagree. I know some men that are very childish, having fits like little toddlers.
Well, that might not be a man. It might be.
No, he's a man that have fits in. Yes, I know. I know men that have fits too, like little kids. But they get over it fast, but that still doesn't make them not men because they have become independent. They just have tantrums because they want it their way. Have you ever had a tantrum, Mr. Know-It-All, in your independent stage of a man? When something didn't go your way, did you ever get pissed like something like you had a tantrum like snap it off?
I'm sure I have.
Okay, right. So that's what I'm saying.
I'm sure I have. I like when you say like a toddler. See, I guess when I'm thinking about the toddler, you think about a toddler, you think,
no, babies cry, men fuss. They turn to dinosaurs. Yeah, that's what we're saying.
I can't say that's the same. I can't say that's the same.
No, toddlers can cry. They can't really talk. They just gotta cry their way out. So men, they turn to dinosaurs. They roar and they say it. We can understand what they're saying. That's all. It's just different age.
I don't.
Well, now you don't.
No, but I'm saying. No, what I'm saying is, see, what's happening is, women trying to get definitions on men in a certain kind of way.
Well, help us out. We right here.
What I'm saying, I'm trying to help y'all out. I'm trying to tell you that all these, what y'all think are men, are not fully grown men that then accepted a certain kind of what's name. But see, because guess what? A lot of men that do a lot of rah and this and that, a lot of them have some type of issue, some kind of problems, some inner demons and problems that's going on that makes them lash out, raw, and all this. So I'm saying a man that's just got, his ducks in a row, something, is according on, sometimes it's according on how you was raised and this and that, because once I see older men, that really got themselves together, got themselves stern. They don't talk like that. They talk in a calm voice. They don't, what's name? See, usually when you see men hollering and roaring like that, they drunk, or they, talking with the boys, and everybody trying to talk over each other, trying to get their points in and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like this is a man talking like a child or a toddler. See, that's the wrong thing, because how you compare it. No, this is what I'm saying.
Comparison.
What I'm saying, man. Okay. What I'm saying is you compared his roaring to a dinosaur. They talking about children and toddlers. Okay, what I'm trying to say is this is not the same. You know what I'm saying? This is not the same.
I know it's not the same. I was giving a female perspective, from a toddler perspective to a man perspective, that is like in the same simple. When a toddler is crying, what do they need? They need some type of attention, right? Because they're not happy.
No, they need that.
When a man roar, he
sometimes
needs
they need their pampers changed. Sometimes they need their pampers changed.
Okay, what does that mean? He's not happy. He's
No.
not happy. He or she is
Ain't
not
got nothing to do
happy.
with it. That means uncomfortable because it's shitty
The
diaper.
same thing. They're not happy. If you're not comfortable, are you happy?
Yeah, but it's not the same.
Okay, well, if that's how you want to do it, to however do your manhood, whatever.
Okay, I do this. I do this.
Understand what you're saying.
Okay, but
you
I
should try to understand what
do
he's saying. That I wouldn't. No, hold on. I was not degrading a man anything. So you took that and you moved it to the thing that I was trying to compare a man to a toddler when I was given the same perception. So that's how you want to take it.
No, I'm saying that's what she's saying. I know men that are very childish and have fits like little toddlers. Like this, I that's what I'm saying. I don't want to compare these things the same because this is not the same. Like just like if a man have a fit because of a man touching on his woman's booty, is that being like a toddler? No, that's being protective. Sometimes like a lion. A lion is roaring. He warning motherfuckers to stop with the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes this raw ain't because he's whining. It's because this shit finna get real. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's the same. You know what I'm saying? So when you say a joker roaring, it could be totally different than why a child is roaring. You understand what I'm saying?
I got you.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is it has a different meaning, a raw, and a joker acting like a animal, a dangerous animal, and a fucking child and a toddler is two different things. A toddler is helpless. A child is helpless. Fucking man that's roaring is dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Two different roars. If a motherfucking cat come at you saying, you're not scared. But if you see a fucking lion come out the back of somebody's van and start roaring, your ass is scared. And that's two different goddamn type of roars that's coming. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
All right.
So what do you call a man that's childish and messy like a woman?
A woman. Okay. Go ahead.
Just because they're in a man's body don't mean they're leaders. A lot of them are followers.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna put it this way. Most people are followers. I mean, like this was so crazy because somebody said this, somebody said about the whole thing about, women calling themselves queens and a lot of men, everybody calling themselves kings and this and that. And then he said, well, when it was in Africa and then you did have kings and queens, like you might have had through all these villages, you might have maybe 8,000 to 10,000 kings and queens. So what all the other people was? There's millions and millions of people on that damn thing. What all they was? They wasn't kings and queens. See, we get it mad just by by calling everybody kings and queens without doing what kings and queens do, for their people. You know what I'm saying? Like, we calling people kings and queens just because it sounds good. It's not because it's true. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are not kings and queens. And it's just a basic fact that we don't want to look at and say, all this old, yeah, yes, queen, yes, king. A lot of people not kings and queens. A lot of people don't even move like kings and queens.
Mm-hmm.
Don't move themselves with grace and form and strength. You know what I'm saying? With your shoulders stuck out, head up. You feel me? A lot of people slumped over, undecisive, scary. Don't want what's name? As soon as somebody shoot, they crawl around on the floor. All that old shit. A lot of people wasn't born to be leaders and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's people made for war. It's people made for war, and there's people that's not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Rhonda. She said, hey, I missed the show. Hello, hello.
Lord have mercy. We're going to put you on a call list. So, Rhonda, the show is tonight.
Oh, you said immature.
Yeah, I can go with that. Okay. I'm just bad.
Moya said they mama messed him up. She makes her son a man for her. But the good ones that know how to be a man for his woman and a son for his mom, they're shaking my head. You took it in?
Yeah, I'm taking it in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think that's a good way to end that one because I think that's about right with that one. She said they are kings and queens of their kingdom, their homes, but repeatedly what I said, but in a different way to make it like you disagree. So if we go back with the kings and queens things, are we saying over there in Africa that other people didn't even have homes because the regular people didn't have homes? I mean, what's the problem is I heard it on Yo Gotti, what's his name? People be doing too much. Everybody want to be kings and queens and all this. Everybody want to be rich. Everybody want to play like they rich. Everybody doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't be kings and queens. I understand. Everybody want to be the king, I'm the king of my house. Yeah, okay. But everybody can't be kings and queens because you still might be the ruler or whatever over your house. Same thing in a whole kingdom that had a king and queen. That like King James was king of England, but it wasn't no other kings over there while he was king. And I bet you wouldn't have went in front of the king and say, I'm a king in my house. And what's the name? You wonder where you'll be at in about 5 more minutes. You probably be getting fed to the sharks or something. I'm just saying. Even when you watch movies and people be trying to challenge the man for challenge the king or the queen, when we sing Ukwanda, what that movie name? Black Panther movie.
Mm-hmm.
The what's
Wakanda.
Wakanda Valley when they was fighting to who was gonna be king of what's his name? I bet you one time when it's time to fight and shit like that, everybody don't want to be a king then. And that's all I'm saying. You can be the king of your household, but as soon as you step outside, and everything, your whole life changes. As soon as you step outside them doors and you go into the real world. And that's the same thing about what I learned about game banging and all that kind of stuff. Okay, you can feel like you the king of your household and all that. What you gonna do when you get in jail? You're gonna fall in line with half the other motherfuckers, and they gonna be motherfuckers over you. And you gonna be under people, and you ain't gonna raise your voice. You gonna stand accordingly, because everybody can be tough in their own yard. But when you come out here in the world, and when you go out in public places, that's when you die, and that's when you really find out who the toughest. When you out here on the pier, when you out here in the jungle, when you out here amongst the other wild people. You know what I'm saying? They say once you out here in the wild, anybody can be tough and throwing you up a tree. looking down the tree, and the bull can't climb the tree. Yeah, you tough up there. But what about when the monkey come down the tree where the lions at on the prairie? You know what I'm saying? When the lions walk through, all them badass deers that fight each other and all that shit, the buffalo that fight each other. Well, when the wild lions walk through, everybody stop and say, now we can get back to our regular schedule. Now we can get back to playing. Well, y'all still looking out for him, right? But I'm just saying, this has happened in the real kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Like, your man might be tough as hell in your household. Once he step outside that household, that's when he compared against the world. And that's when you really know how tough you are. And that's the problem with a lot of kids thinking they're kings and queens in their household and run out here with that shit and then end up who the real kings and queens of the streets are.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm saying. That part. Yeah. You can be a bad motherfucker in your own house. Come on.
Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi B is up for the women. Instagram messed it up for most Black women.
I'm a queen.
I'm a queen. I need a king.
Okay, dude. He said, but okay, go ahead. Yeah. He better
protect his home. You can't worry about what you can't control, but he can control his kingdom, his home.
Right. Okay. And then I'm going to say one more thing before I get off here. I remember the only way a woman could become a queen is to marry a king. I guess now it don't happen like that. All you got to do is just call yourself a queen, and you can be a queen anytime you want to be a queen. So I understand times have changed. Everybody can be whatever they want to be. Just like, when I came up, anybody could be a gangbanger, but they better keep it in their house. Because as soon as they come outside and kick their head, they might get their head tore off or something. Because don't nobody out here know that what you say you are. Let me stop. It is time to end the show. No, that is social media make them motherfucker.
Bro, different.
I need to stop, man. He said, I've been married to a king, so come again. Okay, I understand. Yeah, I mean, I don't have no problem. I don't have no problem with nobody, being a queen or whatever. I just saying how it used to be. How it used to be. A lot of things have changed over time. And don't forget to like and share. There was a great show. I like going back and forth with everyone and all that stuff. But I can see that Miss Bella is getting sleepy. I see the look. Your eye is got a little twinkle.
Well, don't be trying to learn my eyes. Catch somebody else's eyes, not mine.
Yeah. Trip out big screens, baby, you can see it.
Thank you again, Kim, for the t-shirts. Miss Kimberly Belayo. I'm feeling Black.
They said what, June, good night for you. They said Juneteenth is tomorrow.
It is. It's the 19th of June, and I'm feeling blacknificent. Thank you, Kim.
I'll get to what's mine. And how they say, great show. We'll see you next week, next Tuesday at 9 o'clock. Be there or be square.
Just show up, that part.
We'll see y'all later. I ain't gonna put none of that little stuff because I'm tired of them trying to demonetize my video. So don't forget to like and share. Saturday, folks. Everything you gotta put some more stuff on there. They be trying to do something. So we gonna end this thing with a good night and a peace. Up in this thing.